Hi everyone, thank you so much and welcome to this course, Touch Guitar Circle at a Distance course 2021 with the theme Chromatic Bracket. So I decided to try to make as many video tutorials for this as possible. So I'm starting out today with just some thoughts without trying to give away too much at the beginning. So what is the chromatic bracket? To be quite honest, that's what we're going to find out together this year. There is, like an interesting thing about playing this instrument where, like some who have already worked with me will know that I keep saying there's no such thing as a position. Meaning that the hands always need to be moving, the fingers always need to be moving to play a beautiful note. And while that still holds true, what we're trying to do is to kind of like now follow this path that seems so attractive to a lot of people, to say we have 8 fingers, in this case 8 fingers, let's say, and we cover a certain range on a string or on the instrument, and if we just want to play a particular note, there's just one finger that is assigned to that note. So it seems manageable and kind of like easy, especially if you're thinking about like having to read music from paper. However, we were going to start really simple here, so that everybody, and even the advanced people, but especially the beginners, can follow and kind of like build some sort of muscle and some sort of technique without actually talking about technique, that brings everybody further ahead. And so when we're talking about chromatic bracket, chromatic scale, basically what that means, all the notes are available. When we're talking about scale though, we say chromatic scale. Scales, as you know, like steps, you go up one step at a time, you hardly ever skip one. And with a chromatic scale, basically it means everything is laid out in half steps. So the half steps are represented as the frets on our instruments. So that's very easy. So conceptually, it's very easy to say, okay, let's just play like the first 8 notes of the octave, chromatic notes of the octave, with 4 fingers here for 4 chromatic notes and 4 fingers here for another 4 chromatic notes. So for those who've already worked with me, they will see, okay, this looks just like the pentachord. It does, but it's not. So what we're going to do is, just as a starting exercise, which will be for the first week, is we just learn to play, to go up that scale, just 8 notes, and go down that scale, 8 notes, so 8 half steps, right? So very, very simple. So you put your first finger of the left hand on a C, a middle C. I don't have an amp here, so you will hope you can hear this anyway. So, and you simply play the notes going up. So that's the one hand, and then E, F, F sharp, G with the right hand. And then you go back down after a short pause. And repeat. Okay, so this is middle C. You can find it on your instrument. Really, the tuning doesn't matter. Find the middle C, and you put both hands on the same string and you play this. So the next step is to find this same C on the adjacent string that's thicker, lower. For me, that's here in the 12th fret, so this is a C as well. So I can play C, C sharp, D, D sharp here as well, and then I can continue on the next string over. I can continue with the E, F, F, F sharp, and G. So we can play the same exercise here. And down. And again. Okay, so once you've practiced both of these for a moment, let's see, like just maybe 1-2 days, something like that. For beginners, it may actually be hard. Also, if you have never really practiced the chromatic scale, even just going this up and down can be difficult, even for people who have played for a while. So don't worry about that. So then next is going to be, we're turning these two into one exercise, meaning we alternate between them. Okay, so it's going to be like this, going up chromatically and down. And changing over to the other position. And back down. And again. Other position. So that's it already. That's the exercise for this first chunk, which is most likely to be about a week. So let me just show you again. I haven't warmed up, but I'm just going to show you. You really need to find out which tempo works for you. If we say, let's say, like I'm going to do like this is 100 BPM, quarter notes. So then you can do etc. That may already be fast for some people, so I would always suggest something like 60 for starting with quarter notes for beginners. So it's etc. Okay, so let me go back to 100 just to show you like what eighth notes would sound like at 100 BPM. Okay, and let me also try 16ths. Okay, there you go. So for you beginners, do quarter notes. If you feel fine with eighth notes, do eighth notes. Go from 60 to 120, for example. If you can do 16ths after a few days of doing eighth notes, fine. And try to bring up the tempo so that it feels comfortable and you feel like you've accomplished something and your fingers have kind of like started moving. So maybe just to finish for today, so you see one of the things that we're doing slightly different this year, for those who have worked with me already, is we're making a little pause between two versions or two iterations of the same idea. So like we say we go up and we stop and then we get on. So we're going to do this throughout the year for all exercises. So to really show to our brain where the starting points and end points are. So something we can see here with this version of this 8-note chromatic scale is that we have a very clear starting point. First finger, starting point, and fourth finger is the end point in this position. Same in the other position, but the first finger is only going to be on the other hand, and the fourth finger is going to be on the left hand here in this case. Okay, so you see? So just for you to become aware of that. So we have very clear starting points, starting fingers, and fingers to end on. And this is something that we're going to start looking at in detail next week. And once we're there next week, you'll see where this is going to go. Thank you very much, and have a great first week. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and I'm so happy this is working out again this year. Bye bye for now. Thank you.